came to pass after these things that God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham. And Abraham said, Here I am. And God said, Now take your son, your only son whom you love, Isaac, and go into the land of Moriah and offer him there as a sacrifice on a mountain that I will show you. So, everyone, what's really going on here?
It was a test of Abraham's faith with his devotion to God.
Danny, as usual, you have something to add?
It's not about Abraham's faith. It's about God's power. God said, you know how powerful I am? I can make you do anything I want, no matter how stupid. Even kill your own son. Because I'm everything and you're nothing.
Yeshiva Booker! What? Get up! Get the fuck up! What do you think this is? It's a fucking test! You guys can provide a fucking ram instead of you? No! Do me a favor. Won't you fucking hit me, okay? Hit me! Hit me! Hit me! Hit me! Fucking hit me, please! Fucking cut it!
set of core beliefs. At that point, we will cease to be a nation in the traditional sense, and will become instead a confederation of specific interest groups, like medieval principalities, and at the same time, we will flow into the anonymous, undistinguished sea of the global market. The economic advantages of this arrangement are obvious, but the cultural,
Where I grew up,
psychological, and spiritual
in South Boston, when a kid would walk down the street, everybody knew his name. He runs out in front of a car, someone will say, Jimmy Dunn, you get back on that sidewalk, and you stay there. When he graduates high school, he goes and sees his uncle down at the gasworks or a priest's brother at the shipyards. He gets his apprentice pay. 8 years later, he's making $16.50 an hour. He's got 4 kids. He's playing ball and going for me. Today, that kid walks down the street. It's filled with trash. Half the faces are black. Shipyard's closed. Only jobs left at the gasworks are set-asides, and by the time he drops out of high school, he can barely get a job at the Burger King. So he drinks, does crack, whatever. When he hangs himself in his front porch at 23, the only people there to mourn him are a few of his buddies and his mom. The soul of this country is being destroyed. And the only thing the present government can offer us is free trade, mutual funds, and IPOs. The average man is crushed less by accumulated wealth than by lack of leadership, lack of community, culture, and a sense of emptiness he simply cannot fill on his own. That's why I'm a fascist. It's the only form of government that can address our fundamental needs.
What about race?
This isn't the time for that.
I disagree. I think race is central to everything we're talking about here. Spiritual life comes from race, from the blood. Without that, we're no better than the Jews.
What's wrong with the Jews? Carla.
Look, the point is that the modern world is a Jewish disease, all right?
What disease?
Abstraction. They're obsessed with abstraction.
So what would you propose, then?
Killing Jews.
That would be a catastrophic mistake.
People hate Jews, do you agree?
They used to. Today, that's not an issue.
No. Deep down, beneath all the tolerance that they learn on television, nothing's changed. The very word makes their skin crawl. It's not even hate, it's like the way you feel when a rat runs across the floor. You want to step on it. You just want to crush it. You don't even know why. It's a physical reaction, and everyone feels it. Jew.
So which ones would you kill?
Barbara Streisand. Kissinger.
Roseanne.
We don't want celebrity obscuring the issue.
Which is what?
At first, no one will know why the victims are being killed.
But you wouldn't announce it.
I'd say nothing. And after about 1 or 2, people try to find a reason, an answer.
And when it comes out, the public will be outraged. It will look like Germany all over again.
Isn't that what we want? Germany all over again, only done right this time. And when people find out that rich, successful, brilliant Jews are being killed, they'll be glad. And they won't say anything, not even to themselves. But once someone says it aloud, they'll think that's exactly what I was thinking. And it'll all spread from there. It always does.
I'm gonna say
You're not in school. What do you do?
I drive a forklift over at the Big Boy Warehouse in Queens.
Young man. Lena Mobius. And you are?
Daniel Ballant.
Ballant.
Sturman.
Are you with the FBI, Mr. Ballant, or any other law enforcement agency?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
So, what are you really after, Daniel? Do you want to just kill Jews, or do you have something larger in mind? Curtis thinks your ideas would marginalize us.
Curtis, we're already marginal. But that's our appeal. Or saying what no one else has the guts to say.
Who would you kill first?
Elio Manzetti. Former ambassador to France, managing partner of Damon and Schwarzschild.
It's an investment banking house.
He's Jewish, Manzetti?
Totally. His parents immigrated from Bulgaria when he was 11.
How would you do this?
Well, I need some time to assess his routines and his security, but ideally, on a New York City street, midday, with a small caliber automatic without a silencer.
Why no silencer?
Because you want it to be an event.
Why don't you come visit us in the country? We have a retreat. You might find it interesting. Bring your friends if you like. Reminds me of Carl when I first met him.
I thought we agreed. Anti-Semitism is exactly what we're trying to leave behind. I mean, killing Manzetti.
Did you see how they reacted to him?
Yes, of course. In this room, where people aren't embarrassed to call themselves Nazis.
It's a romantic movement, Curtis. It always has been.
Lena.
Look, I don't care about the Jews one way or another, but it has a power.
The 1,000-year Reich barely lasted a decade. You really want to go down that road again? In America, of all places? Order and discipline aren't exactly the national virtues.
He's very bright.
He speaks well. So what do we do with him?
Bring his friends. We're not his friends. Hey, Danny, you fucked the girl yet? I like the mom. Her mom? What? That was her mother?
You ever read Mein Kampf? Hitler had some of his best ideas in prison.
Daniel Bailey. Hey, shut the hell up!
I'm not going anywhere without them.
Can I use a credit card? Be quiet. I don't want to wake up my mother.
De Vorte, Zerfilen, Miramunde, Bimodrigue, Pilze? Pilze?
Pilza. And the words fell apart in my mouth like moldering mushrooms.